are pleasing to you. Let us enter into this
We have been
competition in a
excited
spirit
about
of
this one.
partnership and with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, performers, and players. Keep us under protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in the game. Amen.
All right, that was prayer given by a Raceland Middle School student. We'll be set for kickoff in just a few minutes. We got the volume up. We need it up or lower, truck. Good.
Good to go.
The head coach for the Cubs is Alan Wilkes. The Cubs would like to thank
Right, we'll
tonight's
be set to
sponsors,
kick off in just a few minutes. The Raceland Cubs will receive in this
Lobby
big
Dental,
middle
Jared and
school
Teresa's
football
Veteran
game.
Service, supporting local schools, Raising
Tonight looks
Cane's,
like number
Sports
2,
Medicine Center of Thibodeau
Howard,
Regional,
and number
Gold
9,
Coast,
Gitros,
Kristen Russell, District
back deep
Attorney,
for
Oshner
the
St.
Cubs.
Anne Hospital.
Set to kick off for the Bulldogs.
Lafourche Animal
We should
Hospital,
mention B.
Number 45.
Chabella's Tire and Auto Service, Josie's
Jose
Dillon,
Sarmiento.
Sorry about that. We should mention
LLC.
it is a
Lafourche
misty
Urgent
night, a
Care,
little bit of a
Pizza Hut,
sloppy
Red
weather
Stick
day
Sports,
today.
Sheriff Craig
Could be a
Weather,
Looking
factor.
around, Casey, it kind of looks
Altman
like some
Professional
rain
Tax
clouds
Service,
around.
Arco
It's a
LA,
cool evening here.
Meyer Financial
We'll be
Group,
set to go shortly.
Rocky's Restaurant,
Sarmiento
State Bank and
getting
Trust,
set to
South
approach the
Gold,
ball.
Coast Gas,
And we're underway. Ball bounces, picked up at the 35-yard line by Gitros, trying to get to the outside. That's Howard. Cuts back his field, breaks a tackle, crosses the 35, about to the 36-yard line. It was Howard on the return for the Cubs, giving the Cubs pretty decent field position to start this game off at the Bulldog 37-yard line.
Raceland wanted the ball first, see if they could make good on that, or if we could see if the Bulldog defense could come through and take some early momentum and get a stop.
Raceland Cubs, white tops, blue pants. Bulldogs in their white jerseys, the gold numbers with their maroon game pants on. Gitros under center, eye backfield. The toss play to the left side to number 4, Hebert, trying to get to the outside is Herbert. He's at the 40. Breaks one tackle, will be corralled by the Bulldogs at about the 42-yard line. There's Herbert on the carry for the Cubs. Picking up about 5 or so on the play. Bringing up a 2nd and 5 for the Cubs. ID number 11, plays in the backfield.
Nieves.
Gitros in center, eye backfield, receivers wide to each side of the field. Left hash, ball snap. Given again to Herbert, trying to get to the right side, breaks a tackle. Gains about 2 or 3 on the play. Broke an initial tackle, tried to reverse his field. Picks up about 3 on the play, 3rd and 2.
Nieves. 3rd and 2.
Shotgun formation. Trips to the right side of the field. Ball direct snap. That's number 3 on the carry. Shelby picks up the first down for the Cubs on the right side. Gained about 3 on the play. That's enough for a first down for the Cubs. Cubs in their midfield. They have their own 48-yard line. They're going to be playing a 1st and 10. We're just on the way. 1 minute gone by in this first quarter between the Bulldogs and the Cubs.
LCO's defense is more aggressive than they were against E.D. White early on. Flying to the ball, making some tackles.
Harris and Howard split wide on each side of the field. Eye backfield. Ball snap. Nieves gets the ball up the middle. Gives it to the first guy through. We'll pick up about 4 on the play. Chuck, are we getting that one right? Nieves.
Sounds like a winner.
Second and about 6 for the Cubs. They cross midfield in Bulldog territory at the 47.
Tell you what, Nieves runs hard. Thought he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Ended up getting 5 yards with second effort.
Back in the gun, ace formation. Ball snapped to Guitros. Looks to pass. Going to find a man. He has a guy open. That's Howard over the middle. He'll catch the ball around the 30 and be tackled inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. So nice pitch and catch from Guitros to Howard, giving the Cubs a first down.
That's a weapon in middle school when you could do that. Put the ball in the air. And it didn't look unnatural. It looked like they knew what they were doing.
Very simple route, almost like a slant route. Bottom route over the middle. Picks up the first down. Empty set out the gun. Gets a snap. That's Howard trying to get to the outside. He's going to be drugged down.
Good
for a
tackle.
loss.
22.
Number 22 on the play. Camden Jeremy on the tackle for the Bulldogs. That's a loss of about 4 on the play.
Excellent tackle for the first time today. Puts Raceland up against the chains a little bit.
Howard comes off the field a little angry. Second and 14. Cubs miss a line.
Got plenty of time to go get their flanker out there. It's Frederick.
Ace formation. Shotgun snap. Ball to Guitros. Looks to throw the ball. Throws it up on a fade round. That's number 12. Gets the ball about the 11-yard line. Knocked out of bounds. That's number 12. Harris. And a flag on the play. It's illegal motion.
Coming back. Beautiful pitch and catch, but the illegal shift is going to negate a good pass by the Cubs.
Through a little fade route. Harris did a good job coming back to the ball, making the catch. But illegal motion will bring the Cubs back another 5. They can be playing second and long at the Bulldog 36-yard line. Opening drive of the game.
Coach Wilkes trying to get an explanation for what the foul was. Somebody was maybe moving forward at the snap, perhaps.
2 receivers to the far side of the field. Shotgun formation. Ball to Guitros. Quarterback run right up the middle. Gains a couple of yards. Not much. Give them like 3 on the play. Bringing up a third. About 16.
Yep, if you're LCO, you got them where you want them. You need to get off the field here. 3rd and 16. This is advantage defense.
Figure the Cubs will have 2 plays here. Right under 4 minutes to go. Opening drive of the game. Cubs are facing a 3rd and 16. After the tackle behind the line of scrimmage and the penalty.
Watch Harris flanked all the way out to the left. They just threw one up to him a minute ago.
Guitros gets the snap. Little screen. It's intercepted by the Bulldogs.
Oh.
Intercepted the Bulldogs. He goes down after a 2-yard return.
88.
88 on the interception for the Bulldogs. That is Brendan Jeremy. Comes up with a big interception for the Bulldogs. Cubs tried to set up a screenplay.
Yeah, the offensive line is supposed to let him in on the screen, but not that much. They just didn't block at all. There was too much pressure. Guitros just threw it up, and Jeremy was there to pick it off.
Bulldogs 1st and 10 at the Cub 37. Robert under center. 2 guys in the back, Filinich in motion. Ball's going to be snapped, given to the back in the backfield. He goes nowheres.
Yeah, nothing. Maybe lost a yard. Well, gave him about to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to seat up back. These numbers are tough to read. Bulldogs, no gain on first down, playing a 2nd and 10.
That would be one Mr. Javante Royal.
Bulldogs shift. Unbalanced to the right. High backfield. Robert gets a snap. He's going to roll to his left. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose about 7 yards on the play. Tries to bootleg to his left. No one blocked the end on the right side for the Cubs, and he tackles Robert for a huge loss. 2:30 count, first period, no score. Bulldogs playing third and long, third and about 17. Break the huddle. See if they're going to shift again. Right back to the backfield. They're going to shift over again to the right. Bulldogs not sure the formation. They're set, unbalanced to the right. Snap Robert. He's giving the ball to the, looks like Hunter on the right side. He's going nowhere. Not much blocking on that right side. That'll force a fourth down and 17. Make it even an 18 for the Bulldogs. Yeah, so we talked about Coach Polkin doesn't like the punt.
Yeah, well, he's punting here. Yeah.
Punt situation.
And I think it's the right decision. I mean, 4th and 18, even if it's a 10 or a 15-yard punt, it's still 10 or 15 yards, right?
Bulldogs set the punt.
Got to be careful because Howard's back there ready to pounce.
And we'll have a timeout called by LCO. 83 is the punter. That's Wilbert Sereno for the Bulldogs. I think a good timeout by Coach Polky here, making sure, look, if we get this punt away, we got to go down and cover.
Yeah, Howard's not a guy you want to mess with back there. It's crazy how fast these games go by. We're already at the end of the first quarter, minute 24. And we've got the boss in the house, Mr. Jared Martin, in attendance. And there on the 10-yard line, superintendent of schools here in Lafourche Parish.
Sereno standing about 8 yards behind. Very tight punt formation here.
And Howard is standing at the 43-yard line. He's expecting a 10-yard punt.
Gets the ball, punts it straight over Howard's head. He's going to let the ball bounce. And it'll be down by the Bulldogs right at midfield. So great field position. Interception does not hurt the Cubs. They'll get the ball right at midfield with 1:19 to go in this opening period. We're a scoreless game.
But you know what? Still the right decision by LCO to punt the football.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Especially against a Raceland team that, Coach Wiltz was telling us before the game, hey, they can maybe attempt a field goal. Every yard counts, man.
Well, that happens. Cubs break the huddle, walk to the line of scrimmage. Guitro's quarterbacking for the Cubs. He's under center, eye backfield. Howard split out wide to the right. Ball snap.
Oh, fumble.
Ball's on the ground. Raceland will fall on it. Miss handoff. The Cubs try to get the ball to the first man through. Fumbles the ball. Going to lose a yard on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they were trying to get it to Nieves, and I don't think he knew that it was his ball to take.
Yeah, Nieves just – yeah, you're right. It's like he was, I'm going block, and the ball hit him in the chest and went straight to the turf. Luckily for the Cubs, they fell on it. 2nd and 11, eye backfield. He throws under center. Ball snapped. He's dropping back, looking to pass. Has a man open, wide open on the field. That's Howard. He catches the ball at 25 to 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Howard was wide open to the far side of the field. Caught the ball and went 25 extra yards to the end zone for the first score of the game.
Yeah, that's just a bust there. You can't leave Howard all alone down the field. Little surprised to see Raceland looking like they're going for 2. Coach Wilt said they were going to attempt extra points.
Tight formation, full house backfield. Snap, given to Howard on the right side, trying to push. He gets into the end zone on the extra effort given by Howard. So at 103 left to go. That brings our score, Raceland 8, LCO 0. We'll be back in 1 minute right here on KLAB. leading 8-0 over the LCO Bulldogs. Hurley set the kickoff for the Cubs. Kicks the ball high, right down the middle, over the receiver's head. He picks it up at about the 12-yard line, gets to the outside, spins, makes a move. That is Hunter on the carry for the Bulldogs. He crosses the 25 and tackled about the 28-yard line.
Hunter hit the circle button. It's the old Madden for the spin.
He showed like he was trying to get to the outside and stopped, did a complete turnaround.
Yeah.
Went back toward the middle of the field and picked up extra yards for the Bulldogs. They'll be playing a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. 52 seconds left to go in this opening period.
Got to get a push up front, man. Just about every play in the last drive was a negative play. That's not the way these Bulldogs want to play offense.
Cantrell splits out wide left. 3-back set. They're going to shift over to a 1-back set, double wing. Robert gets a snap, man in motion, drops the snap. He falls on it for no gain. Brings up a 2nd and 10. The clock has stopped for a moment. It's back running now. So 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Robert dropped the snap, fell on it, and he wanted to pick it up and run with it, but once his knee hits the ground, he's down. So 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Actually gained a half a yard, so it could have been worse.
Robert on the center. 3-back set, and we'll have a motion on the receiver.
Raceland was about to get, they're going to give him the encroachment. I thought it was going to be false start, but the receiver was running down the field, and they're going to discuss this. This actually might get reversed.
I believe it should be reversed.
And it is going to be a false start. And that's exactly what I was about to say. They were about to give you 5 free yards, but you jumped before they did.
That's Tucker Lee, took off before the snap. Nice job by the officiating crew, talking it over and getting the right call here. Brings up a 2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs. 20 seconds from counting. You don't have to run a play here.
If I'm Coach Pokey, I would maybe consider not. I feel like my team needs a little bit of a talking to right now. LCO just looks like they're kind of laying in the weeds right now.
3-back set. There's a snap. Giving a filling itch on the left side. Looking for room. Cuts up the middle. Big number 74 is waiting right there for the cutback. Gain of 5. That's 74 on the tackle. Royal for the Cubs. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. To score Raceland 8, LCO 0. We're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute break. You're
And
listening
that's
to
the end
Middle
of the
School
first
Football
quarter.
right
Racing
here
Cubs
on
8.
KLEB. At their own 28-yard line. High backfield. Robert on the center. Gets a snap. He's going to roll to his left on a bootleg, trying to get to the outside. Cuts back in for about a 1-yard gain. Brings up a 4th down. We're going to go down to the truck right now. Flag on the play, but with a special guest. All right, that was Mr. Jared Martin, Superintendent of Schools in Lafourche Parish. Bulldogs in punt formation. Gets the snap, one bounce, he gets it, punch.
Good one.
Right to Howard, catches the ball to 49, across the middle 50, 45-40, 45-30, trying to get outside, and he'll be run out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So great field position again for the Cubs. They're going to have the ball right at the Bulldogs, see where they can spot it. Somewhere around the 20-yard line. Waiting for the spot. They'll put it down to the 21-yard line. Looking forward to it. They move it up to the 20, right? So they end the absolute fitness red zone. Getros under center, eye backfield. Howard to the right. Ball's given to Herbert on the right side. Gets to the outside. It's the 15. Breaks the tackle. He's going to be tackled short of the 10-yard line. They're going to spot it at about the 12. Brings up a 2nd and 1 for the Cubs.
Yeah, look, the story of the game so far is very simple. Raceland's just getting a bigger push up front than LCO is. They're winning at the line of scrimmage right now. And if you give these playmakers a seam, they're going to do some damage to you.
They have to cross the 10 to pick up the first, so it's going to be official about a 2nd and 2 for the Cubs, right around the 12-yard line. Getros under center. High backfield for the Cubs. Snap. He's going to give the ball a late handoff on the left side. Looks like to be Herbert on the carry.
Good job by the Bulldog defense that time.
He's going to actually lose a yard on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 3.
I'm sorry, Truck, go ahead.
I see that. Let's keep these people away from him.
Have a scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. After this play.
Getros under center and eye.
Oh,
falls on the ground. Missed the quarterback exchange. Their center exchange. He falls on the ball, but it brings up a 4th down.
So out in Houma, we have the Terrebonne Parish Middle School Championship game being played right now. Abby's there right now. Vanderbilt is leading Oaklawn 6-0 in the first quarter. Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T. Following middle school all around the area tonight.
We'll have a timeout Cubs at 5:36. We're going to keep it here with 5:36 to go in the second period. It's Raceland 8, LCO 0. Raceland's facing a big 4th down and about 4 situation here.
I believe it's the last 2 remaining unbeatens going at one another. Winner's going to take it all tonight. Yep. Tarpons versus Terriers. That's an old rivalry even at the high school ranks. As it is the Oaklawn Tarpons, isn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah, Oaklawn Tarp, yeah.
Blue. See if we can get a crowd update from that game, because normally that's a big crowd.
Sure.
The crowd here is a nice crowd again. We've been seeing some tremendous crowds this year all throughout the parish. Cubs come to the line of scrimmage, 4th and about 4. Still in their eye backfield.
It's a big play for LCO here.
Spit out to the left. Getros under center, the eye backfield again. Here's the snap. He's going to give the ball on the left side.
Didn't get it.
No, he will not get it.
Didn't
Give
get
it to Herbert on the left side. Bulldog right defensive front did a great job of stopping the penetration. Cubs will turn the ball over on downs. LCO will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
That is a huge Huge stop. You're struggling to move the football right now. You can't fall behind 2 scores. And now you look at it, hey, if you can muster a 5-minute, 30-second drive, maybe steal some points before half, you'd be getting the ball back to start the second half.
Big drive here. Big drive for the Bulldogs.
LCO's got to flip the field, man. I don't know if it's going to be a big 20, 30-yard run. They got to do something to get out of this hole. They've been in this hole the entire first half.
Bulldog shift. Double wing, man in motion. That's Hunter. Quarterback rolls to his right, finds Hunter in the flats, drops the ball. Hunter was open, but he tried to turn and run before he actually caught the ball, so it goes incomplete, which will bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Good play call from Coach Pokey, though. They had him dead to rights. He was wide open, just didn't execute it.
Yeah, and some quick passes where it's not letting that Raceland pass rush get to you. So 2nd and 10. The clock has stopped at 5:27 to go. In the first half, Bulldogs trailing 8-0. Late play coming in for the Bulldogs. Looks like Cantrell will be bringing the play in. Boy, these numbers are tough.
Yeah, the old yellow and white. It's just not the easiest.
Receiver split out wide left. Bulldogs will shift, letting each other wing. Split back. Robert gets the snap, get to Sherman on the left side. On the right side, he tries to get on the outside. He'll pick up a couple on the play. Brings up about a 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Big play here. I think the Bulldogs need to pick up this first down. You do not want to punt this far back in your own territory.
Yep, you sure don't.
Bulldogs just getting to play in the huddle.
You know what I'm trying here if I'm Coach Pokey? I'm trying a hard count. You got him with it earlier. Actually, it's going to be a delay of game before they even break the huddle. Wow.
Bulldogs was still in the huddle. And Coach Polk is going to go ahead and question why you didn't put your hand up to let us know you have 10 seconds.
Might have a point because I didn't see the hand up.
No, he did not put it up. I thought it was going to be 12 in the huddle because the Bulldogs was still in the huddle.
And boy, that hurts. From 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12, that's a big difference.
Robert on the center. 3-back set. Give the ball to Hunter on the right side, looking for room. Will break one tackle. Gets close to the 15 to about the 14-yard line, which will bring up a 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Prior to the penalty, it would have been 4th and about 4. You maybe would have thought about going for it, but now you got to punt it again. If I'm LCO, though, I'm doing one thing. I'm not kicking it to number 2. I'm kicking it out of bounds, kicking it away. I'm not kicking it to number 2.
Sereno set the punt again for the Bulldogs. Howard back deep for the Cubs. Snap. Good snap.
Good kick. Real good
over
kick.
Howard's here. Howard will catch it about the 40. Retreats back to his 43. He's at the 30. Looking for room to get to the outside. Breaks a tackle, but he's shorter to 20 this time. He'll be tackled about the 24. So a decent return from Howard. Caught the ball around the 40 and actually lost about 3 or 4 yards trying to get to the outside, but he picked those yardage right back up.
But, Brian, this is just not sustainable. LCO starting drives at their own 10, Raceland starting drives at the LCO 20. I mean, that's not sustainable. LCO needs that 3:38 to get off the clock. They need halftime. They need to reset this game.
Yes, exactly. Great point. They need halftime to get here quick without giving up any more points. Cubs take over. 1st and 10 in Bulldog territory at the Bulldog 24-yard line. 3:38 to go. A lot of time to go. And we'll have a timeout called.
B, I'm looking to my right, about 1,000 feet away. It is pouring. I think it's about ready to start storming here. Yeah, we're looking just beyond the baseball field here in the trees. It is raining pretty hard. My lightning app says there is no electricity in the cells. But I do think we're going to get some rain coming here very shortly.
See Coach Polkey talking with the officials along with the
Yep. For sure.
I'm not sure the Bulldogs are charged a timeout or not. The Cubs get the ball to the 24-yard line. Petros under center, eye backfield for the Cubs. He has the snap. He's going to give the ball number 4 on the left side. That's Herbert again. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 on the play. We'll have a stoppage in play. A helmet came off of one of our Bulldog players.
Yeah, that's not good. That's one of your better defenders, Jeremy, who's going to have to sit out of play.
So the clock stops and it starts again. Cubs are playing a second and about 7. They're trying to get the clock started.
I got to say, some of the rain that I was looking at out there looks like it might have lessened. So might have a halo over the stadium tonight.
High backfield. Petros drops back, looking to pass the ball. He'll throw it to Howard. Howard catches the ball inside the 5, reaches across the end zone for a touchdown. Just a pitch and catch. Petros takes the ball and throws the ball high and says, Howard,
Touchdown, Cubs!
go and get it for us. And he does. Caught the ball about the 2 and just spun around and stuck the ball out across the line for the score for the Cubs. Cubs are, looks like they're going for 2 once again. (14-0) favor of the Cubs. Cubs lining up to go for 2. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Petros in the gun. Keeper on the left side. He'll walk in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Brings our score. Raceland 16, LCO 0. You're listening to middle school football right here on KLB. We're going to be back here in 1 minute. Welcome back to Central Lafourche High School. Bob Grofield, Brian Colley, here with Casey Gisclair and Chuck Gisclair, bringing you some middle school football action where the Raceland Cubs are leading the LCO Bulldogs 16-0 with 3:10 left to go in the opening half. Raceland set to kick off. Connor Hitt will be kicking off.
He was their kicker the last time we saw them, but he wasn't their kicker the last kickoff.
Filinich and Hunter back deep for the Bulldogs.
This is a chance. I know LSU didn't want to give up the score, but this is a chance now to maybe flip that field back, get a good return.
There's the kick, bounces to 30. Splits the 2 receivers, picked up by Hunter at the 10. He's at the 15, 20, 25, 30. Will be tackled across the 30, about the 33-yard line. Casey had a hole, but it closed real quick.
Yep. Bulldogs got 3 minutes to go try to score. It's a very important 3 minutes. You'd like to make this a 1-score game again before halftime.
Bulldogs playing a 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line as the rain starts a-falling here at Central Lafourche High School.
Yep, it sure is, isn't it? It's kind of a yucky mist right now. Hopefully it stays that way, doesn't get any worse.
Coach Polk is still questioning something with the officials. Robert under center. Gives the ball on the right side. Nowhere to go for Hunter.
That is Pascal Herbert on the stop. And look, that's the story of the game. LCO's trying to run the ball. Raceland's just not giving up any ground at all. Raceland's run defense has been incredible tonight.
Loss of 4 on the play. Looking not anything fancy. Bulldogs are just trying to run the football. Raceland just come. They winning at the line of scrimmage. And
something tells me if they get another stop on this play, they may use one of those.
Good observation, Truck. I think, yeah, you're right. If they stop them here, they may. 2nd and 14. Robert under center. Man in motion. That's filling it. Robert's going to look to throw the ball over the receiver's head.
And they're saying that was a backwards pass. Paul's marking it out right there. That's going to be a 2-yard loss.
So that'll stop the clock.
Yep. And that'll move the ball back a little bit. That's a tough break.
Robert just tried getting the ball out. Looked like the Cantrell on a little screen. The ball just sailed right over his head. Brings up a 3rd down and 15 or so for the Bulldogs.
This has been a brutal offensive half for LCO, man. I don't even know if they have positive yards. They can't get anything going right now.
Robert on the center. Split backs, man in motion. He's going to roll to his right, looks to pass back to his left, has a man open. Good coverage, ball's almost intercepted by number 12, Harris, for the Cubs.
Not for interaction with his own teammate there, he probably would have picked it off. There were 2 Cubs, and they kind of were fighting each other for the ball, not realizing.
Good play design by the Bulldogs. They showed everything motion to the right side. Quarterback stopped and threw back to his left. Had a guy open for a second, but the ball hung up just a little bit too much in the air for the Raceland defensive backs to come.
Yep.
And almost get the interception. 4th down, ball snap, punch away. Howard's going to catch the ball at about his 46-yard line. Looking to get across midfield. He will not go anywhere.
Great job.
Good punt coverage by the Bulldogs. There's at least 6-7 guys around the ball.
Howard is
tackle.
So elusive, so slippery. He's got both touchdowns for Raceland, but boy, they did a great job at rallying to the ball there.
Cubs have 1:53 to go. All 3 timeouts. Ball at their own 42-yard line. Bulldogs have to be very careful here. You cannot give up another score before half.
Nope, that would not be ideal.
Cubs break the huddle. Taking their good old time. Clock is not running at the moment.
We do think they have all 3 timeouts.
He throws in the gun. Gets the snap. He's going to run to his left side, trying to get up the field. He's going to be tackled for about a 2-yard gain.
You know, I don't think that there's like a first team all parish or anything that's given out at the end of the year. But this Guitros might be the best quarterback in the parish. He's really good. He could throw the ball. He could run. He handles them in the huddle really well. He's as good as we've seen. I tell you what, Vic Nair for E.D. White ain't bad either. That's a pretty good option too.
2nd and 8 for the Cubs.
Clock continuing to run.
Guitros in the gun. Looks to pass. He'll throw the ball downfield to the receiver. That's Howard.
Oh, good job.
Broken up by the Bulldogs.
Great coverage that time.
Number 10 on the coverage. Kobe Cantrell.
Well, we know Kobe's a great athlete. Does a wonderful job there in coverage.
Stops the clock with 1:15 to go in the 2nd quarter. Cubs facing a 3rd and 9. Looking to add on to their 16-0 lead.
For LCO, you want to make them punt here. Anything can happen on a special teams play. Make them punt.
He throws in the gun. He has the snap, gives to Herbert. Nowhere he breaks a tackle in the backfield. He's at the 45 across midfield. Picks up the 1st down, the 45. Tackled around the Bulldog 40-yard line. Clock will stop And I believe Raceland will call a timeout with 1:05 to go in the second period. Basically, they're just taking the ball and throwing it up and just saying, Howard, just go catch the ball for us.
Yep, just go make a play. And so far, that's been
He's making them.
you know, if I'm Coach Pop, I'm thinking to myself, I might have a 9th grade varsity player next year. He looks like he's one of those immediate impact guys. But then again, it's also a Central Lafourche varsity team that only has like 5 or 6 seniors, so they have everybody back. So there might not be any open spots.
After the timeout, the Cubs will be playing a 1st and 10 at the Bulldogs' 41-yard line. 1:05 to go in the second period. Cubs are looking to add on to their lead.
Brian, I keep saying it, and everybody keeps rolling their eyes because Raceland lost to EDY. People don't realize Raceland lost to EDY without their quarterback and running back. This team could play with Thibodaux. I really, truly believe this team can hang with Thibodaux. They've got size. They've got speed. They're really good on defense. I really think that's going to be one heck of a matchup later in the year.
I think you're right. Cubs coming to the line of scrimmage, will not huddle. Broke from the sideline, going straight to the line of scrimmage. Guitros will be in the gun. Herbert on his side. 2 receivers to each side. Guitros gets the snap. Whistle, flag on the play. Procedure on the Cubs.
Look, LCO will take the -5, but boy, Keegan's got to just be saying just our luck. They were about to stop that play for about a 7-yard loss. The entire defensive line broke through, and they were giving the running back the business.
1st and 15. See if the Cubs come here on a hard count and get their 5 yards right back. Because the Bulldogs were coming across hard that last play.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yep. 104. That's a long time for this Raceland offense with 2 timeouts.
Harris split out wide, the near side of the field. Howard's out to the right. Quarterback gets the ball, a little slant play complete right over the middle.
Look out.
Receiver breaks 1 tackle. He's going to get down around the 30-yard line. It's number 82 for the Cubs.
Robertson.
Good route, good catch. Clock gets stopped for the moment. Cubs have the ball at the 30-yard line. Guitros back in the gun. Will snap the ball.
Oh.
Gets sacked. Looked like Jeremy coming up. Nice play by Jeremy. Camden Jeremy on the tackle and a sack for a loss.
Boy, and a tough break for Raceland. The Raceland quarterback threw the ball over the official's head who was trying to spot it. That's precious time going off the clock.
Ball spotted at 36. The clock is running, 30 seconds and running.
Yeah, they have lost a lot of time, and I'm surprised they're in the huddle here.
20 seconds.
Man. With 2 timeouts, they're losing this time.
Guitros in the gun. Could be the last play to half. He has the snap. He drops back. Blitz coming. Screenplay. Incomplete.
LCO is very fortunate that pass went over the head of Herbert because they had it set up. They let all the defensive linemen in, and boy, they had a wall blocking down the field. Herbert would have been running for a long time.
And you got to go back to the call. What a great call by Coach Welch. It just wasn't executed, but the intent was there. They had them dead to rights there. Just a little bit too much pressure caused the quarterback to throw it a little high. 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Cubs have the ball at the Bulldog 36-yard line. Ball's going to be snapped. Going to reverse. Guitros has it. Looks to throw. Wide open receiver. Catches the ball at the 10. Walks into the end zone. That is Robertson.
Who threw
Right
it?
down,
Howard?
Cubs!
Yes.
Oh, man.
No, I'm sorry. Guitros, I believe.
So they didn't have Guitros at quarterback.
No.
They pitched it to him, and then he threw it.
Guitros lined up to the right side, to the left side of their formation, went around, they pitched it to him.
Great creativity.
and he threw it wide open. Robertson now, Cubs lining up to go for two. Tight formation. Ball was not set for play. Number 4, Herbert, wasn't ready, so they're going to reset. Everyone in tight for the Cubs. Gitros gets the snap. He's going to hand to Herbert on the right side. Looks to get in. He breaks a tackle, and he's in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That brings us to halftime with the score. The Raceland Cubs 24, the LCO Bulldogs 0. We're going to go ahead, Dominic, and we're going to take a 3-minute break. You're listening to Middle School Football right here on KLAB.
Are you searching for the next best thing for your finances? At Synergy Bank, we have everything you've been searching for in a community bank. Stop by to visit our friendly team at Synergy locations near you or anytime online at synergybank.com. Member FDIC.
Great news, home of businesses. We're here. We are Rev, a telecommunications provider with powerful solutions and unmatched local support. We've been bringing Louisiana people, businesses, and culture together for 85 years. Our fiber network delivers superior internet, phone, and security. It's big business technology with small business personal service.
For a limited time, get up to $300 off business services. Call or visit us today at letsrev.biz.
They up 24-0 over the Bulldogs of LCO. Looks like Philinich and Hunter back deep for the Bulldogs. He was kicking this time. The Cubs have been switching kickers. That's number 16. That is Hurley. Set to kick off. Cubs were misaligned on their kickoff team. Now they got it set.
Scoreboard update brought to you by 3T over in Terrebonne Parish. 21-8, Vanderbilt leads Oaklawn in the Terrebonne Middle School championship game.
Officials giving the kicker his last instructions. Tell him to wait for the whistle. Whistle is set to be blown. And there we go. We're set to start the second half. The kick is off. Takes a bounce above the 35. It's going to roll. It's going to be Hunter. Picks it up at the 20s, at the 25-30. Hit at the 30, and down he goes right about the 31-yard line. So the Bulldogs will be playing a 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line to start this second half, trailing 24-0.
It's like we talked about at halftime, just one play at a time, win one snap at a time. But it's got to start up front, right? Look, we don't have official stats. I don't think LCO has positive yards for the game. There's been a lot of 4th and 15 and 16 punting. Just go get a push up front. Now, it's easier said than done. Raceland's got some big boys. Harris and Miller, they got some big boys. Just go get you a push up front.
Robert comes to the line. 3-back set. Gets the ball behind it off. Looks like
there you go.
Philinich on the left side. Picks up positive yards.
There you go. 6-7 yards.
That was a good pop by the offensive line for the Bulldogs.
That was probably your best offensive play of the game right there. That's a good start.
And a nice run by Philinich, picking up about 7 on the play. That run right there, Case, it was 100% different from what the first half runs were. They came out, they came off the line of scrimmage for positive yards. Robert under center, man in motion, giving a Shermy up the middle. He's going to have the first down and more. Cross midfield into Cub territory about the 49-yard line. Nice quick hitting play. Shermy right up the middle. Good positive yards. They're going to spot it at the 48-yard line.
Hey, man, starting to get a little push, opening up a hole, hitting the hole a little harder. That's the thing. Like, no one wants to be down 24-0, right? But if you're LCO now, the pressure's off. Just go play. Just go have fun.
Play a stop for the moment. Howard was limping off the field. So he's coming out. Not sure of his status. Looks to be fine. But the Bulldogs 1st and 10 in Cub territory. Robert on the center. 3-back set. Snap, giving the Hunt on the right side. Cuts up the field. He's at the 45. Tackled at about the 43-yard line.
It's about 5 more.
Nice job by the Bulldogs playing a second and about 5-6 yards to go. Let's call it a 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Nice run again on the right side for Hunter.
Yeah, whatever the assistant coaches and Coach Polkey combined to tell those guys at half, so far it worked. They're firing out right now.
2-back set, man in motion. Ball's going to be given to Shermy up the middle on the right side. Positive yards. Looks to get the first down. He's close to it. They'll spot it, give him the first down. So about a 7-yard run for Shermy right on the right side. Good push by the front line from the Bulldogs. Bulldogs are driving. 5:53 and counting to go in this third period. They have a long way to go to catch up. They're down 24-0. Ball spotted about the 37-yard line of the Cubs. Bulldogs playing a 1st and 10. Three-back set. Everyone in tight. Robert gives a snap. We'll give the ball on the right side, trying to get Hunter again on the play where they just gained a few yards, but he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss.
Herbert came on an outside linebacker blitz and just busted that one up. He almost took the handoff from the quarterback there.
Loss of about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Those are the ones that are killers, man, especially for an offense that likes to be run heavy. You don't want to be behind the sticks. Can LCO get it back and maybe get 7 or 8 yards on a play here?
2nd and 14, 3-back set. Robert gets the ball on the right
Big
side, left
hole.
side of Filinich. He's at 35.
Big hole.
Cuts across to the 30, cuts back over the field. Mid to the middle of the field. He's going to be tackled at about the 25-yard line. Picks up a first down for the Bulldogs.
So much for being behind the sticks. You're at 2nd and 15. You gain about 17 yards and get a first down. But, boy, a huge hole there blown up by that offensive line.
Nice job of Filinich. Cut back to the inside where he saw some room, picked up additional yardage for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs playing 1st and 10 at the Cub 25-yard line.
There we go.
3-back set. Ball's going to be given to Hunter on the right side. He's at the 25.
Another big hole.
20, cuts to the outside. He's at the 15. The 10, inside the 10, tackled at about the 8-yard line. Nice job by Hunter on the right side. Bulldogs doing a good job of mixing their runs, different sides, and having same success. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
You see Herbert limping off of the field, and this Raceland defense collectively just trying to say, what the heck's going on? It's an LCO offense that they held to negative yards in the first half, and now they're getting blown off the football.
Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. Bulldogs come to the line of scrimmage. Filinich, wing left. He's in motion. Giving up the middle to Sherman on the right side. He gets inside the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice run on the right side of the offensive line. Bulldogs on the board, waiting for the 2-point conversion.
Well, that was one heck of a drive to start the half. LCO goes straight down the field, getting big chunks. But I got to tell you, if they have aspirations to get back in this game, this 2-point conversion is huge. Absolutely.
And that was a big first one.
And this
Bulldogs
is a big second one right here. You got to convert right here.
going for the 2-point conversion. Robert under center. Man in motion. Giving a Sherman on the right side. He's going to get in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's good. Brings out score. Raceland 24, LCO 8. We're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute break. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Middle School Football on Bulldogs set the kickoff after they just went down the field. A little under 4 minutes for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Ball is kicked. Hits a Raceland defender right across midfield. Wasn't an onside kick, but this number looks like 72. I can't see it's dark in his chest.
72 for Raceland is Jaden Price.
Price falls on the ball, giving the Cubs great field position. Right at midfield, they'll spot the ball. Well, no, they'll move it back to 49. We've seen that before. Cubs playing a 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
See if
Their opening drive of the half.
the D-line could get a push like the O-line was doing.
High backfield. Giving to Herbert. Nowhere to go. A loss of about 3 on the play.
After one play, the answer is yes.
That's actually Shelby on the carry.
23 on the stop for LCO.
Shelby on the carry, loses 3 for the Cubs, playing a 2nd and 13. Momentum is starting to shift.
Yeah, Raceland needs a first down. They need to settle into this second half here because that momentum could become a tidal wave real quick if they don't flip it around.
High backfield. Ball snap, give him their first man through. He's at the 50. Bound his way over, runs a guy over.
Oh.
Inside the 40, picks up the first down.
That's our guy Nieves. Just ran through some dudes.
Tough run right up the middle. Ran a couple of Bulldogs over, picking up the first down.
Just as we were saying they needed a first down, Nieves goes like a madhouse running through people.
Shelby comes out the game for the Cubs. Full house backfield. He has the snap. We give the ball.
Howard
on the left side. He's at the 40, 35, 30. Gets to the outside. No one will catch him. He's in the end zone again for a Cub touchdown.
What an answer.
Touchdown, Cubs!
You give up a score and then get busted up on your first play from scrimmage, and then you just overcome it. And, you know, one thing that's super impressive about Raceland, we've seen the shotgun, we've seen the throwing, but the fact that they can line up in a full house and jam it down your throat is impressive, too. They can score both ways.
Howard just got the ball, simple little handoff, used his speed to get to the outside. You know, once he got to the sideline, there was no one there. Cubs.
Extra point
try.
try
the extra point.
So 16, I believe. George Hurley, the fourth. I was watching him at halftime. He makes them pretty easily.
Hurley set for the extra point. There's a snap.
Uh-oh.
Snap. Ball's going to be picked up. Trying to get to the outside. He will not get there. So the conversion fails, which keeps our score Raceland 30, LCO 8 with 2:37 left to go in the third period. We'll keep it right here, Casey.
That's fine.
We've been taking our minute breaks and we get back.
It's a rush.
These officials rush in between possessions.
You'll be sitting with Bud.
Well, we may have some type of challenge getting on it with Casey.
What I got to do?
Just
tell me what I got to do.
Yeah. Something that happened years ago. He brings it up.
Oh yeah, because we don't do things like that around here, right?
Well, we'll see tomorrow. We'll get you a challenge tomorrow. Man, if I wouldn't be injured.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, power lift.
Cubs set the kickoff. It's like Philinich and Hunter back deep. Ball's going to kick. Hits it at 25. Splits to the receivers again. Ball will not get in the end zone. Inside the 1, Philinich picks it up. It's going to be tackled about the 10-yard line. Waiting. A great job of Philinich being aware, hoping the ball would touch the end zone, and it came inches away from getting into the end zone.
That is the LCO season so far in a nutshell. Like, it looks like the ball's going to go in, and it just stops an inch short of the end zone. Man. Yeah.
Bulldogs come to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted about the 8-yard line. Robert gets a snap, getting the ball on the Philinich, trying to get yardage on the left side. He's going to fight for the extra yardage, and we'll gain about 3 or 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs, 2:14 and counting to go in this third period.
You're still getting that big push up front. The problem is from your own 10, getting 5 and 6 yard chunks. You're going to just have to get more than that down 3
Well,
scores.
like the Bulldogs had momentum to start this second half and gave up the big run play by Howard. Kind of took it all away from them.
Yep, took the steam out a little bit. Vanderbilt has just scored again, by the way. They have opened up a big lead over Oaklawn in the Terrebonne game.
Good Batman in motion. That's Hunter. Ball's going to be given to Jeremy on the right side, fighting for yardage. They'll gain about 1 on the play. Not much running room on that right side that last time. The hole closed pretty quickly. Brings up a 3rd and about 5 for the Bulldogs. Number 4, Case, if you can.
For Raceland, Herbert, our guy Herbert.
Oh, Herbert. And I got it written right here. Right? Bulldogs come to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 5. Around their 14-yard line. Robert on the center. 3-back set. Ball's given to Filinich on the left side. Tries to get the outside. No room to run. He's going to be tackled for a loss of about 2 on the play.
Rashina Harris, number 12, threw him for a loss.
Be a loss of 3. Brings up a 4th and 8 with 38 seconds. I don't think the Bulldogs have to run a play here in this 3rd quarter. Coach Polk is just going to let this clock run down. 20 seconds left, clock running. Official walking toward the football, so this will be the last play, 10 seconds and counting. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with our score, Raceland 30, LCO 8. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We're going to be back here in 1 minute for the 4th quarter. You're listening to Middle School Football on KLEB. Welcome back. Bulldogs facing a 4th and about 8.
Sports Medicine Center of
At
Typical
about their own
Regional
10-yard line.
Christine Russell, District Attorney. Ushers, St. Anne Hospital.
Crisscross the
Animal
keel.
Hospital.
Hunter on the right side. He'll
Janelle
pick up
Fire
the
Knowledge
first
Service.
down for the Bulldogs.
Good run.
Boutique. LaFouche Urgent
Gains
Care,
about
Suffolk,
9. He
Red
got
Stick
about
Sports,
10, 11 on
Sheriff
the play.
Greg Weber, Saltzman Professional Tax Service, Ortho LA,
Nice
Meyer
play on a little
Financial
counter
Group,
play in this
Blackwood
direction in the
Restaurant, State
backfield.
Bank and Trust, South Coast Gas,
Picks up
and
the first
Quiznos.
down. For the Bulldogs, they're going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Clock running. Bulldogs taking their time to break the huddle. Split back set. Man in motion. Ball's given to Jeremy on the left side. He's at the 20. Tries to get to the 25. Will fall forward to 25. The ball came loose, but they were going to mark him down. They're going to spot the ball at the 24-yard line.
Yep.
Bulldogs playing a 2nd down.
This field will be active tomorrow. Destrehan's coming to town. Central Lafourche hosting the Wildcats
It'll
tomorrow.
be active.
It's going to be a tough one for the Trojans, who are having a rough season. Down the bayou, we've got South Lafourche taking on Assumption.
I want to thank Dan Oss, Industrial Power Systems, the Blue Boot Foundation, and the Bless Your Heart Foundation for sponsoring middle school football right here on KLEB.
Absolutely.
Gets the snap. Ball's going to be given on the right side to Hunter, trying to get to the outside. He'll pick up a couple before being corralled by the Cubs. Brings up a third down. Oh, and about 4 for the Bulldogs. 6:10 left to go. Raceland has this game comfortably in hand, leading 30-8. Yep, they are quick. Under center, man in motion.
It's got him.
Going to roll, find a guy that's Hunter on the right side. Picks up the first down, be pushed out of bounds at around the 39-yard line.
Tell you what, I like what Coach Polkey and the LCO staff are doing here. They're down 30-8 in the fourth quarter. They could easily be going no huddle and trying to go super quick. They're saying, you know what? We're just running our stuff. You know, we're going to play the rest of this game however it shakes out. We're gonna run our stuff. And I like that mentality, but unfortunately we have an injury on the sideline. We got an injured Bulldog.
Looks like the B11 truck. Is that correct, Hunter? A cramp, possibly? Yeah, Robert just rolled to his right, hit Hunter right in the flats. I've seen them work on that play a couple of weeks ago in practice. A nice execution by the Bulldogs. We're going to have a timeout. No officials will call them back on the field.
Yeah, this injury timeout here is brought to you by Thibodeau Regional. I want to congratulate E.D. White. I was here last night watching E.D. White get a victory over Bayou Blue. They stay undefeated. I'll tell you after this play.
3-back set. Robert gives the ball to Jeremy on the right side. Fighting for yardage. He'll pick up, about 4 on the play.
Very well, Truck. It was actually 0-0 at halftime. Anybody's game. E.D. White just kind of wore them down in the second half, won by a couple of scores. But Bayou Blue's a contender, man. They played very, very well, hung tough. Yep, I agree.
2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. 3-back set. Hard count.
Yeah, a free 5. Eli Frederick just ran into the neutral zone.
The interior defensive line stayed. They didn't jump. A linebacker walked up to the line of scrimmage and just ran across the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs in a hurry. They're lined up. They're ready to go.
And they're being stopped. Coach,
5 minutes to go.
Coach Polkey looks frustrated that they're being stopped.
Quarterback sneak right up the middle. Push forward. He'll pick up the first. Ball's going to be spotted right at midfield. Bulldogs playing a 1st and 10. They're trailing 30-0.
That play right there is the talk of the NFL, the old tush push.
I see why a lot of teams don't start doing it.
Yeah, hey. I know this. When the Eagles do it, you are not stopping it. They are a machine at that play.
1st and 10, right at midfield for the Bulldogs. Robert under center. 3-back set. Gets the snap. Give him the right side. That's a new runner in the game for the Bulldogs. Trying to get to the outside. He'll pick up a couple on the play. 23.
My guy is struggling.
Smith, we're in the dark in this press box. No lights. 2nd and 8. I'm trying to use my phone for a light.
Anybody needing a ride, please call him now.
Ball's given on the left side. We'll have a flag on the play.
Yeah, this may be a hold on LCO. I'm not the one complaining. I could see. Well,
Timeout, Coach Polkey speaking to the official.
that's exactly right. And the new doctor out there, Tanner LaFont, that's my cousin, my little cousin. So go see Dr. Darby and Dr. Tanner out there.
2nd and 1 at the 41. 3-back set. Handoff right up the middle. Looks to be Jeremy. He'll pick up the first down and more. He's tackled about the 35-yard line.
3:33 to go. We have another cramp.
That is Jeremy down. Camden Jeremy with the cramp. 3:33 to go in this contest.
LCO is doing what we said they had to do at halftime. They're winning this half. They are playing better. But boy, Coach Pokey's going to lose sleep. He's going to be saying, well, why didn't we bring this type of effort up front in the first half? And that'll be the ultimate story.
And I'm sure Coach Wiltz is not very happy with the way his team came out in the second half.
So next week we have games on back-to-back nights. We are
Wednesday,
back here. LCO will be taking on Lockport on Wednesday back here at Central Lafourche. Then Thursday we're on the road at E.D. White, Golden Meadow taking on E.D. White. So Wednesday, Thursday next week for us. LCO and Lockport and Golden Meadow and E.D. White. The rest of the games in the parish, Thibodaux and Sixth Ward, Bayou Blue and Raceland. Tell you what, Bayou Blue and Raceland is going to be a good ball game.
Morgan City.
Yeah, we're making the road trip to Morgan City.
Bulldogs break the huddle. 1-back set. Man in motion, Filinich. Counter play goes nowheres. That looks to be number 10.
Another injury, man.
He's holding his hamstring.
Look,
here.
this was a big problem for Golden Meadow on Tuesday.
That's another cramp.
They were losing, I believe Coach E said they lost 4 or 5 guys to serious injuries. Hopefully these all appear to be cramping and hopefully minor injuries.
Yeah, they check. That's a cramp. Clock stopped with the injury timeout at 3:11 to go. Bulldogs trying to get something together again before the end of this contest.
Motorhome. I mean, I would be happy if we could get the old Madden bus out to Morgan City, St. Mary Parish. That'd be fun.
Wow, yeah. Okay.
No, look, we're saying that you are literally going to be camping.
I will be.
So you're going to be in a camper for that trip. We hope the young man is going to be okay. Is that Hunter?
Number 11. Yeah, that's Hunter.
We know he's all over the field on offense and defense, and he is walking like he's got the cramp issues with the limp in the calf.
Robert under center. Man in motion, Filinich is
Oh, fumble.
trying to give to him on a little jet sweep. fumbled the ball,
Cubs got it.
recovered by the Cubs.
Yep, the timing was off. Raceland fell on it, and that's going to be all she wrote.
56 for the Cubs.
Which is Morta Ingram, sorry.
So with exactly 3 minutes to go in this contest, the Cubs take over at their own 40-yard line.
And look now, the Parish Championship chase is now a 3-team race. Raceland, Thibodaux, E.D. White. Raceland is hoping that Thibodaux beats E.D. White and they're hoping that they beat Thibodaux and make a big 3-way tie.
Everyone in tight for the Cubs. Ball snap. Given on the right side to number 4. He's at the 40. Breaks the tackle. 45-50. 45-40. Knocked out of bounds. Inside the 40.
It's Herbert. Long run.
Herbert on the carry. He carries the ball to about the 37-yard line. Gets out of bounds, which will stop the clock. See if the officials will roll it or not.
Yep. That's the thing, man, is that, it's not hot anymore, but it's still just muggy. That air is just thick, and Coach Pokey's going to call a timeout here. Brian, you know what we're going to get tomorrow?
I know I'm not getting a cramp because I'm not getting on any machine.
Well, no. Look, man. Before I was watching the news at about 6 o'clock.
Yes.
During, while we will be hooking up the equipment, a front's going to pass, and during the game tomorrow, it should cool off pretty significantly. So we should actually have a beautiful night for football tomorrow at Memorial Stadium.
I will be bringing a jacket.
The first cold front of the fall. And on Saturday morning when we wake up for Sports Corner, which, by the way, Truck, we're going to have to do a little early because of the LSU game, we're going to need some sleeves. We're going to need the hoodies. They're going to be in the 50s on Saturday morning.
Looking forward to it.
And the shame of it? Beautiful, sit outside and make a fire weather. Or it's a burn ban. We can't.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon we get some rain and wash that burn ban away.
Cubs playing a 1st and 10. Ball snap. Fumble ball.
Nieves fell on top of it.
Falls on it again. Loss of about 5 on the play. 2:28 and counting.
There are some things, and look, I'm going to go on the field and interview Coach after the game, and I'm willing to bet Coach Wiltz is going to tell me, hey, I don't like the way we played in the second half. They have kind of lost focus a little bit at times.
2nd and 14 for the Cubs. Everyone in tight. Petros gets the snap. Going to hand the ball off. Breaks the tackle in the backfield. That's number 2, Howard, on the carry. You will lose a yard or 2. They're going to spot him around the 44-yard line. Clock running. We have 1:37 to go. It's 3rd down. They'll run this clock down, give the ball back to the Bulldogs with not much time to go.
Before we get off the air tonight, we want to congratulate the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers, the middle school parish champions in Terrebonne. They got a win over Oaklawn tonight. Just what the Tarpons need to hear, right? The Vanderbilt middle school team is loaded.
We'll have a timeout. I thought, again, you were going to congratulate yourself for winning Circus Golf.
No.
10 years ago.
More of that tomorrow at 11:30, though.
Yeah. Well, Truck, we're nearing the end of this contest. Just a little bit too much Cubs tonight.
Very well said. Very well said. With that having been said, let's get you a scoreboard update from the NFL where we could tell you, well, maybe tonight is the Bears' night. The Bears lead 7-0 over the Commanders, just underway. DJ Moore got a 20-yard touchdown reception from Justin Fields.
Wow.
Justin Fields on the first drive, 78 yards passing. How about that? That's more than he's had in his whole career.
That has to be a warm-up. They come in stats and warm-up?
I guess. 11 a.m., sir. Means by 11:30, I'll be furious.
Third down for the Cubs. Everyone in tight. Gitro's under center. 3-back set. There's the snap. We'll hand the ball off. That's number 4 again. Herbert cuts to the inside. Pick up positive yards. It brings up a 4th down and about 7 for the Cubs. 55 seconds to go.
You know, this is something like I notice weird stuff when I'm at a game, right? All the way to the far side of the field to our left. There's a bunch of Central Lafourche football players just like playing touch football. Central Lafourche has had a rough football season. To see those kids just having fun and being kids, that makes me smile, man. That's bigger than that. That legitimately makes me smile. I know those kids are under a lot of pressure. To see them just playing ball and having fun, that's awesome to see.
Cubs are 4th and 7. Vitro's under center. Again, gets the snap. Gives the ball. Herbert on the 30. He'll cross the 30, fighting for extra yardage.
And
looks like depends if they give the spot on the near official. It is the first down. They will mark it. That'll bring us. That's the end of the game. First down carry will end the game. With our final score, Raceland 30, LCO 8. We're going to take a 1-minute break. When we get back, we're going to name the power player of the game. We're going to be right back in 1 minute. You're listening to Middle School Football right here on KLEB.
And the final score is Cubs 30, LCO 8.
Well, we'll keep it here.
Can you announce a birthday for
Again, the final score is 30-8 in favor of the Raceland Cubs. Casey, final thoughts?
Raceland was the better team tonight. You can't spot a team as good as they are a half, and that's what LCO did tonight. It was just tough sledding up front early, and give credit to the Cubs. They took full advantage, got a big lead, and by the time LCO realized what hit them, they were too far behind to come back.
We're going to go ahead and name Truck. Yes, sir, the power player of the game. We're going to go ahead and
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and give it to number 22, Camden Jeremy.
Yes,
had some big runs for the Bulldogs, running tough up the middle, gaining positive yards. So Camden Jeremy is our power player of the game, brought to you by Industrial Power Systems. Well,
sounds like a winner. Ready to roll.
That'll do it for us tonight. Again, final score, Raceland 30, LCO 8. This has been middle school football right here on KLEB. We'll see all you guys tomorrow morning from Absolute Fitness for play-by-play at 11:30, and tomorrow night at South Lafourche High School for the Tarpons playing against Assumption. Have a good night.
For those of you watching on Bayou Sports, our Down the Bayou Clothing player of the game will also be Camden Jeremy. He was all over the field making plays, helps LCO have some positive moments on what was otherwise a rough night. Raceland gets a 30-8 win. Good night, everybody.